Kelly D, and today we're making a favorite cookie for children all over the world. You guessed it, we're making chocolate chip cookies. This cookie is so simple and relatively easy to make. Now if you like cookies as much as I do, you will click on the icons above and see another classic cookie that I made, oatmeal and raisin cookies. That one is so good. Now on to today's cookie, the classic chocolate chip cookie. So let's go over the ingredients. We have 225 grams of all-purpose flour. We have 150 grams of melted butter. Now it's important that the butter be room temperature. It must not be cold. Make sure your butter has been out for at least an hour or so. Room temperature, nice and easy to melt, 150 grams. Now the sugar is important. We're using two types of sugar. We're using white sugar and brown sugar. We're going to use 80 grams of white sugar. White sugar helps with the texture as well. And we're using 80 grams of brown sugar. Now, you know, once you have brown sugar in any ingredient, it's going to make it nice and chewy because the brown sugar has a little more molasses. And this also adds to the color we get with our chocolate chip cookie. Now we're using 2 eggs. We have 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We have 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And our chocolate chips, we have 200 grams of chocolate chips. Now if you don't have this type of chocolate chip and you want to use a regular chocolate bar, you can use that, and just make sure you chop it up fine so it can fit nicely into your cookie. Be sure you choose a chocolate bar that has cocoa butter in it. First step is to prepare our dry ingredients. So we're going to get a large bowl, and to the large bowl we're going to add our flour. Because we're going to sieve everything together, we're going to add the flour, then we're going to add our baking soda and our salt, and we're going to sieve it all together, and then we're going to set it aside. Prepare our wet ingredients. So I'm going to cream our butter and our sugar together. Once I've creamed the butter and sugar together for about 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to add the eggs, I'm going to add the vanilla extract, I'm going to cream it again, then we're done. Finally, we're going to add the last egg. We're going to add our vanilla extract, and be sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl. We want to make sure we get everything incorporated. Now if you don't have a handheld mixer, you can use a stand mixer, or you can do it manually. Now we're going to cream for the final time. Is almost done. We would have creamed all the ingredients together so it has a nice smooth consistency and it's a nice pale color. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients. We would have sifted the flour earlier, so we're going to add the flour now to our mixture, and we're going to fold it in using a wooden spoon. Our cookies are going to taste so good. Children absolutely love this treat. Children all over the world. So we're going to mix them now with a wooden spoon. And we're going to fold the flour into the mixture until it is totally incorporated. As we do our final step to add the star of our dish, the chocolate chips. So we're going to add our chocolate chips. These are semi-sweet. And stir them. This is where you get that elbow grease here. Stir them to make sure that every bite will have a beautiful chocolate chip. Then we're going to prepare our baking tray. You're going to either line it with wax paper or you're going to just grease it. Then we're going to get ready to form our cookies. Our cookie dough mixture is complete. An important step when it comes to making the perfect chocolate chip cookie is to rest the mixture. Now you can either take the mixture as it is, rest it in the fridge for about between 20 minutes to an hour, And after that, then you can take it out and you can form the cookies, or you can do like I do. You're gonna form the cookies first, and once you have all of your cookies formed, then you're going to rest it inside of the fridge for the same 20 minutes or so. Then we're gonna take it back out and we're gonna bake. Now it's ideal to have a cookie scoop. Now if you don't have a cookie scoop, because mine seem to have gone AWOL, you can use a large spoon, because once you use a particular instrument, you get an even sized cookie. So I'm going to use this makeshift scoop. We're going to try to get everything as even as possible. And then we're going to put our cookies to rest in the fridge for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to get ready to bake. Our cookies are ready for the oven. They have been resting for about 20 minutes or so. Now we're going to put them in. Now as you would see, I only have 8 cookies on this baking tray because we have them spaced out well, because once they are baking, they're going to flatten out and they're going to swell. So we want to give them enough space around each cookie so that once they bake, they're not too close together. Hopefully we did it. Now we're going to put it in the oven for about 11 to 13 minutes, or until you're seeing the edges of the cookie looking nice and brown. Then they're going to be done. Our cookies are done. I would have taken them out of the oven, allowed them to cool. They smell great. I just feel like a kid again. Now it's time to taste. So delicious, and each bite you're tasting just deep, rich chocolate. I just love it. Chocolate chip cookies, now you need to try it. Now if you enjoyed this chocolate chip cookies recipe, I need you to look over here, see some of my other videos with other recipes that you will enjoy, and once you've watched them all, just click the button below, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. And remember to leave me a comment. I love hearing from you.